Welcome to Gridworks channel. In this video we're going to talk about how Orgonite can help us with grid working. Here we can see how to make copper spirals, which really make Orgonite pieces much more powerful. They allow the crystals to direct and focus their power. So we're using Orgonite in many different ways on the grids. Sometimes we find vortexes and we're directed to place Orgonite into the vortex to assist in perhaps incoming cosmic energies into the grid. Sometimes we're asked to place them on stone circles, on stones themselves. The stones ask for that, and the stones perhaps use them to cleanse themselves, and again, similar to the way the crystals are being used in the Orgonite themselves, to focus and direct their energies. So we're going to be using these coils inside our EMF busters. We're going to place them in the tip of the pyramids and cones, which you'll see later on. We will then place a small crystal inside each coil. Then we will be using clear resin so that the coil and the crystal can be seen at the capstone of the pyramid and cones. The rest of the pyramids and the cones will then be topped up with a further batch of resin, which will have the metal shards in it. There are lots of videos on where to place EMF or tower busters. You can certainly use them next to cell phone towers. You can place them next to any electrical equipment in your house. A good place to put them is Wi-Fi routers, computers, microwave ovens. The list is endless really, but that's where we'll be using our EMF busters. Now some quick notes on the usage of crystals inside the harmonizers or Chem busters. Basically we're taping two crystals together here to make the Chem busters much more powerful. The crystals we're using are double terminated crystals. Usually the crystals have a milky end and a clear end. The clear end should point up the way in the pipe. Now, checking to make sure that the crystals fit inside the diameter of the copper pipe. They will each be fitted into this end piece before being attached to the actual copper pipe itself. And now some quick notes on preparing aluminium. Aluminium is one of the most powerful metals that you can use in Orgonite. It wasn't used in the original cloud busters because it was too powerful, but with Chem busters or harmonizers, because they also have crystals which turn the deadly orgone radiation into positive orgone radiation, you can use aluminium now. So use aluminium, very cheap to use. Some of the ingredients that we've used in our harmonizers and EMF busters. And you can see a bit more detail about the EMF busters we were making. Finally, some notes on the harmonizers themselves. Most importantly, use PP5 or HDPE2 plastics, because firstly the resin doesn't melt, and secondly the resin won't stick, so you can reuse the tops. Also, we've made our pipes with joints in them so they're easier to transport. The Orgonite mix itself is a layer of quartz crystals, then aluminium shards, and mixed with resin. Thanks for watching. Check out more on these topics in my other videos.